Hello everybody and welcome back to RogueTech, where we are basically ready to deploy, but we do need to do a couple of promotions here. So let's just go right on through. A point of gunnery for Capo sounds amazing. Beyond that, what else do we have here?
Talk to me.
Nothing? Oh, hello, Plato. A point of tactics. Sounds good. For the record, my priority list here, abilities notwithstanding, is gunnery, then tactics, then piloting / guts, depending on whether I want the mech to move faster or melee better. That's generally how that ends up going. We've got lots of money though, and so we're not really concerned about making money from this next mission. We're more interested in salvage. There's a destroy base here. It's a Comstar base, so that might be some good tech. Might be reasonable salvage, and the only thing that's better would be an attack and defend here, and this is... yeah, I don't think we're ready for an attack and defend. So we're not going to do that for right now. There is this base destruction here. I think this is a good one. There's also a convoy ambush here, which is okay, but I kind of want to attack a Comstar Lance, just because they're going to have slightly better tech. Our opinion with Comstar is going down, so if we don't want to make enemies of Comstar, which we probably don't, if we don't want to make enemies of Comstar, we'll have to boost that up soon enough. But let's just crank this salvage right on up, and I think we just deploy this as is. The Black Knight's underweight. Yes, Darius thinks this will be hard. He's probably wrong, and I will see you guys after the loading screen. Okay, so here we are all loaded up, and let's see what we've got. Darius says we should expect heavy resistance. We'll see how right he is. This is in an urban environment, so visuals will be a little bit tougher. That's the base in question. Okay. And we have a Steiner support lance that we expect very little from, to be honest. So the base is up over here, the base garrison is here. So I would kind of like to deploy just right in this area, and we can advance up this road and hopefully get decent vision on this. Hopefully they don't have like a bunch of artillery turrets here. That would be really awkward if they did. We'll see how that ends up going. We do immediately see some units down over here. And we don't actually have vision on what they are yet. Yeah, that's question marked. These appear to be missile turrets. Noted. Wow, that took a hot minute to actually spawn our units. Noted. Apparently the game has decided it really doesn't like this mission. But hopefully, now that we're loaded up, it should be okay. In theory. So, this is a Wolverine. This is a Phoenix Hawk. This is a Flashman. This is a Calliope turret, as is this. Calliopes are not super threatening. That's a sniper cannon turret, and that becomes a priority target for us. Okay. So our Centaur is going to need to advance forward here. If we go here, I'm wondering... Okay, that is not quite LOS on that sniper cannon turret. That is noted. So I'm just going to sprint us out over here with our Centaur. And we'll update our sensors. So we see a Mist Lynx. And this does not appear to have a turret on it, but it might be a stealthed turret. So we can eliminate the Calliopes pretty quickly. The Tarantula there, I'm not too concerned about the enemy mechs. This seems relatively okay. Our allies have an IS standard. We don't expect much from our allies in this environment. Although that is a Prowler MTV that is getting into a reasonable firing line. So we'll see what that ends up looking like. And that's another Prowler MTV? Okay.
Yep.
So at this point, our hoplite pretty much wants to move forward to here.
Got it.
And brace. There we go. I just heard another drop pod. Okay, that's interesting. I'm not sure why I heard another drop pod. It may have just been a random sound effect. That's a Venom moving up. Okay, not too concerning. And our crossbow really does want to get into position to attack that sniper artillery. I highly doubt we get there. Because we need to be like up over here if we want to attack that sniper artillery. So the sniper artillery is going to be a potential problem for us. We can attack it indirect, though, and that should be kind of okay since it's a turret and can't move. Our Grasshopper is going to want to advance forward as much as possible. We want to have our units not be very clustered. if we can. Unfortunately, in an urban environment, there's a lot of little choke points, so we'll see how that ends up going. We might take some bonus damage from the sniper artillery, a turn or two, but that's okay. We're going to have the Shadowhawk sprint forward here. Okay. Next up is going to be our Black Knight. I'm going to send the Black Knight out this way because, again, we don't want to be all clustered up over here. So we're just going to spread out our units as much as possible here. Phoenix Hawk engaging down this way. It looks okay.
Good to go.
The Rifleman is just going to sit back here for right now. Again, I don't want to cluster up our units, and these guys are already a little more clustered than I'd like to see. So our Trebuchet is going to head out over here as well, but I'm going to put it about here.
I read you, Commander.
And we're going to brace it. Looks good. Okay. So now they're skittering their Tarantula up. Okay. And that Flashman is moving up as well. So there's a lot of fairly little guys there. That's all fine. We should be able to eliminate them relatively quickly. The major concern right now is that some of these might be wielding some quantity of machine guns to attack our Centaur. We'll see what ends up happening with that. So this Venom only has an energy weapon, energy missile, all energy, 2 ballistic weapons on this Phoenix Hawk. All energy on the Mistlynx. The Wolverine has 1 ballistic weapon. So the Phoenix Hawk and the Wolverine theoretically might be packing machine guns. For the moment, I want to take our Centaur behind this Wolverine and attack it rear arc, physical weapon, and it probably, it may or may not survive this. It depends on how our clustering rolls go. Good melee attack there. Structure exposure, engine crits, but the Wolverine does survive. Okay. Yeah, that was not all that great in terms of clustering. We melee'd the leg, which is, I think, one of the only options there. I don't think we could actually reach up this high, but that's fine for now. The Mistlynx is jumping. That's okay. Pulse lasers on the Centaur, and it managed to hit a lot of those, actually. With 8 evasive, and after jumping, I'm kind of surprised how much it hit there. But for the moment, we're okay. So next up is a Phase 18 mover, which is one of our allies. I'm very concerned... Okay, that's a sniper turret, but we don't know what the ballistic weapons on that sniper turret are. Our allied Thunderbolt moves up and fires on the front arc of this Wolverine. It's already unsteady, so that's reasonably fine. That sniper artillery, the sniper cannon turret here with the sniper artillery is absolutely a very large concern for us. We're going to lob what we can at that, and what we can't, we're probably going to end up firing at the Calliopes, much like this. That UAV getting a couple of hits in there. The Calliopes are honestly pretty weak, if I recall correctly. So we should be able to eliminate them pretty quickly. The Hoplite, I'm not going to move because we are currently braced, and I'm going to fire on the sniper cannon turret here with our thumper artillery in indirect mode.
I'm reading heavy damage to an enemy.
A decent hit there.
Bring it down.
Cool. So that'll do for now. Here in Phase 17, it's another allied mover. It's that Prowler firing on the Calliope. Okay. It gets a little bit of armor damage in there. I guess we'll take it. Where are we looking right now? Over here. Okay, sure.
Yes.
So the Rifleman needs to get into some form of LOS. I don't want to move the Rifleman right now. I want to reserve the Rifleman. So Phase 15 is going to be the Tarantula. I do want to engage the Phoenix Hawk here. So that's going to be the Shadowhawk doing that for sure. We'll see what the Tarantula and the Venom do. The Venom moves up and fires on our Hoplite. Okay. That is a heavy PPC. Noted.
I hear ya.
So, the Trebuchet is going to step forward over this way.
Uh-huh.
Arguably, we should fire on the sniper cannon here, and I really kind of want to. Hit odds are not amazing on that. We could also fire on the Venom. Hit odds are extra not amazing there, though. So, I mean, this Calliope would be a good target. But I really want this sniper cannon gone. Hit odds are low on it, but we'll see what we get done there. We do get to chip some armor off of it. Okay, we'll take that. I'm very concerned about this sniper artillery on this sniper cannon. We need to eliminate that, and we need to do it fast. So this tarantula's jumping. And it shoots at our hoplite there.
Barely hit, Commander.
Okay. We managed to AMS 2 of those, or rather both of those. So that's all fine. At this point, the Shadowhawk, I would like it to engage the Phoenix Hawk, but with the Tarantula right here, we can just get into the rear arc of it, and we can just try to kill this Tarantula. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. We successfully meleeed it, and I think the Tarantula dies here. That wasn't great focus fire. That's for sure. But it does die. Beautiful. So the Tarantula is gone. There's a bunch more of these to go. Prowler MTV moves up and fires on this Mist Lynx. The Mist Lynx did just jump, so it has a little bit of instability there. Looks good. Okay, next up is going to be this Phoenix Hawk. If I was running the Phoenix Hawk, and if these are in fact machine guns, then the Phoenix Hawk should move here and machine gun our Centaur. It could stray shot the Wolverine and kill it. That is a risk. But we'll see what it decides to do. It goes for the Grasshopper. I really don't care about it going for the Grasshopper. And it didn't move either. It has no evasive. Unless it has Ace Pilot. It, I think, does. Its turn isn't over yet, so presumably it's going to Ace Pilot somewhere. It's going to jump up onto that building. Okay, that's fine for now. So next up is our Grasshopper. I want the Grasshopper to move up here. I would love to engage the Phoenix Hawk. Hit odds are kind of low because it has 7 evasive from that jump, but we'll see what we can build up here. Ooh, nice. We took out the leg. That was a really good shot. I love it. This Phoenix Hawk is in significant danger now. Okay, next up is our Black Knight. I want the Black Knight to move down this way. The Black Knight can fire on the Mist Lynx, it can fire on the Wolverine, it can fire on the Venom. I think that the Venom is very likely to die to our Centaur next round, so I think we fire on the Wolverine here. We might stray shot our Centaur a little bit, but ooh, that was actually quite a bad stray shot. Okay, that did worse than I thought it would.
Solid hit.
That definitely did worse than I thought it would. But for the time being, it's okay. Next up is our Rifleman, and the Rifleman is going to position up over here. We reserved it for this purpose, and we're going to fire on the Phoenix Hawk. These hit odds aren't amazing with the knockdown. Okay, prone distance. Sure. That's not all that much shot modifier, but we're just going to fire on the Phoenix Hawk and see what we get done there. Very little is the answer. I believe we only hit 1 PPC. Which is sad, no doubt about it, but this Phoenix Hawk is still in significant danger. So phase 12 is going to be the Wolverine. Backs off, fires at our Black Knight. Okay. I'm fine with that. The Black Knight is in the Juggernaut role. It's supposed to soak damage, so that seems great. The crossbow, I'm going to step slightly forward here.
On my way.
And we absolutely want to be hitting this sniper cannon. Gonna go to the ER, and we're gonna see what we get done there. Okay, so this thing's probably gonna get 1 shot off, but I expect it to die next round. So, phase 8, what do we got? That's going to be this Flashman. Okay, sure. Where are you gonna go, bud? That's a lot of energy weapons, no doubt about it. It didn't shoot all that many of them. to be honest. And it got very little done to our Centaur. And it overheated
They've
wildly.
got a lock on me.
Sensor lock on our crossbow. I'm okay with that. So that's the Calliope hitting our Black Knight there, which is reasonably expected. The Black Knight is going to be soaking a fair amount of damage from them for a bit as we work our way through this. The Black Knight is now unsteady. Oh, they sniper artilleried our Centaur.
You're gonna regret that.
That's an interesting choice. They did a fair amount of damage to their own units with that, and that sniper artillery wasn't super effective on the Centaur. So I guess we'll take it. So now we're faced with a choice. Do we go for the Flashman, or do we go for the Venom with our Centaur?
You've got my attention.
If we were to move here, we'd have 7 evasive. If we were to move here, we'd have 7 evasive as well. I think we go for the Venom. I want that heavy PPC off the field. We would physical weapon this. That is a lot of evasive, though. These hit odds are definitely not the greatest. What is our melee hit odd here? 32%. I don't think we're going to take that. I think we're going to move... Maybe we move here. I don't love this position. Maybe we engage up this way. Oh, we could position here and be in a significantly safer position and take out the Wolverine.
Affirmative.
I like this choice better. The Wolverine's already softened up.
Roger.
And I think it died here. Confirmed. Okay, the Wolverine is indeed dead. That is 1/3 of the base garrison gone. Next up, we'll see an allied unit. That's just an IS standard there that's not doing anything of note. Our hoplite, I'm going to move the hoplite back into some cover over here. This leg has a significant amount of damage to it, and that's where our thumper ammo is. So we're going to fire our thumper at the sniper cannon here.
Locked on target.
And look to continue to drop armor off of it. Excellent. The sniper cannon is very close to being taken out. So that looks good. Next up, we'll see what our allies decide to do. So that UAV moves forward in a very blurry fashion. Okay. Can we turn off the motion blur in this game? I don't know why this game even has motion blur on. That'd be a good thing to check. Prowler MTV is attacking the Phoenix Hawk. I like this choice. I'd love to see that Phoenix Hawk eliminated, but that's kind of the Grasshopper's job at this point. So that's okay. We do need to move the Black Knight as soon as possible. Unfortunately, we're not going to get to move it until phase 14, so we might want to put the Trebuchet in front of it. Probably not the worst of ideas. I like this attack on the Phoenix Hawk. Panic level critical. I'd really like it if he'd just panic and eject. So phase 17, who are they going to move? They're going to move this Mist Lynx. The Mist Lynx is almost certainly going to keep attacking the Black Knight, which the Black Knight's armor is okay at this point, but it has definitely taken a bit of a beating. Really? The Grasshopper? That is not the choice I would have made.
Reporting minor damage.
Yeah, I don't care about that. That's completely fine. I'm going to put the Trebuchet right here.
Moving to position.
But the Trebuchet is going to continue to attack the sniper cannon turret. I want to get the armor gone, at least, and start fishing for crits.
Roger that.
Armor is gone. Beautiful. So next up, here in phase 17, what are we going to be moving? That is going to be Prowler MTV. I would like to see that continuing to attack the Phoenix Hawk. Yeah, that is the right call right there. That's a knockdown from the building. It ended up destroying the building. And so the Phoenix Hawk took a bunch of fall damage. Remarkably, the pilot hasn't ejected yet. This Venom is moving up. And what's it going to fire on? The Black Knight? Trebuchet. Okay. That's kind of who I wanted them to fire on for now. I would have preferred it if that heavy PPC had missed, but it did not. So now we can move the Black Knight, and the Black Knight is going to move up over this way. It's still kind of juggernauting. I'd like to protect that left flank, so we're going to turn it to go about like this.
Got it, Commander.
And we're going to get some evasive at least. Just checking these hit odds here. Out over on these Calliopes, it's decent, but that's only the large lasers. We could try to shoot the mist links off of this building. Which is an interesting option, for sure. But I'm going to fire at the Venom here, I think. Well, actually, hang on. That Venom's positioning is very awkward. Isn't it? Yes, it is. What if we were to take out this building? There's only 80 HP. If we stray shot the building, we might destroy the building here. So the idea here would be we fire at the Venom, we stray shot the building, and the building does get destroyed from that. And then we have a position that our Centaur can move into and be relatively safe from turrets and rear arc attack this Venom.
Waiting for
I like it. So right now, the Rifleman is going to step forward here, and it's going to finish off this Phoenix Hawk. Oh, that's a lot of heat. I'm not going to fire this PPC. Surely the pilot ejects here, right? Wow, he didn't. He did not eject.
Commander?
This guy is very brave. No doubt about that. I'm going to position our crossbow here. It might take some fire. That's okay. It's got plenty of armor. And we're going to look to destroy the sniper cannon. I think the sniper cannon does die to these LRMs. Hopefully? Yes. Okay. Sniper cannon is dead. That is a big deal here. Now our fire support can start working on those Calliopes while we continue to engage these mechs here. So they're going for the Black Knight in that strong right side. That's expected. And kind of ideal.
Easy on the armor, buddy.
Okay, his heat is holding there. Sure.
Yes, Commander.
The Shadowhawk, I think, is going to move in and finish off this Phoenix Hawk. I want it gone. Let's just eliminate this thing.
Engaging.
That should be it dead. And judging by the lag spike, it is indeed dead.
Everything you've got.
Beautiful. And of course, we're going to overkill it. As expected.
No retreat.
So that is one very dead Phoenix Hawk. We're now at 50% of the base garrison gone, and that sniper artillery is gone too. Now the Grasshopper can move in over here. And the idea behind this is the Grasshopper can engage any of these. Hit odds are actually quite good on this Flashman, and we're going to take that. We did miss the AC-20. Unfortunately, we had about 70% hit odds there, and that meant that we took down this building, which is neither good nor bad, in my opinion. They're focusing pretty hard on the Centaur with their turrets, but without the sniper artillery, I don't think they're going to get too much done. Okay, this one's working on the Black Knight. Again, that's on the strong side, so I'm okay with that for now. We do need those turrets gone, of course. So the question is, how effective will artillery be on those turrets? I'm wondering how close together they are over here. We'll find out here in a moment. But first, the IS standard needs to move. Okay. They are pretty close together. Noted. So at this point, what I want to do is I want to take the Centaur around over here.
Warning. Enemy reinforcements detected.
What reinforcements? Over here? Okay, I don't actually see any reinforcements there for now. We'll see if they pop up eventually. But for right now, I want to hit the rear arc of one of these. And actually, the hit odds are best on the mist links. So I guess we'll hit that.
Giving him everything I've got.
Structure exposure there. And it loses its evasive. And apparently we've got that stomping sound locked on. We'll see what ends up happening with that. But for now, the Shadowhawk is going to advance up over here.
On the move.
And we're going to fire on this mist lynx. Okay. We might end up taking down that building there, but that was a fair amount of damage there. That was a head hit as well. Okay. That building didn't end up coming down. It has 1 hit point. Okay. That's sad. I would have really liked to see the building come down there. We'll see what the Thunderbolt does here. It fires on the mist lynx. That's going to take down the building. Beautiful. So that's going to do a lot of damage to the mist lynx. And actually, it might have just destroyed it. No, I don't think it did. The question is, what do they have for those reinforcements? No, it is destroyed. Okay, beautiful. So that's good. Our hoplite at this point is going to move over here. With the idea being that we want to fire on this Calliope, perhaps in direct fire mode. We're out of range of direct fire mode? Okay. We'll just fire something like this then.
Engage.
Nice. Good damage to the Calliopes. I like it. We need to get those Calliopes eliminated, and that's what our fire support is going to be working on, while our closer-in fighters work on eliminating these 2 remaining enemies over here. So they move in phase 14 and phase 11. Those are both pretty late in the move order. I like it. And doing some side arc damage into this Flashman, that's really solid too. We're of course going to engage that with our Shadowhawk and our Grasshopper, while our Black Knight heads over and engages the Venom here. So the Rifleman at this point is going to step slightly forward. Okay, we see a Trebuchet, a Serrano gunship. We see, what are you? A Vulcan? A Hoplite, an Urban Mech. The IS Standard is right over here, though. I'm wondering how much evasive this Serrano has. 12? For the time being, we're just going to dip up over here, then.
Position confirmed.
And look to finish off these Calliopes, ideally.
Target locked in.
Okay, so we only hit 1 of those PPCs. That's fine. Next up, what do we got? Our allies, I would love to see them coming down here and engaging this force. Instead, they're attacking the Flashman, which is, I guess, okay, but they don't get any damage there. Phase 14, what are they going to move? So, if we can scroll up here, they're going to move this Venom. So that Venom does need to get dealt with. No doubt about that. We'll see where it positions here. Interesting. It just positioned out over here, turning its rear arc to us.
I'm ready.
That's absolutely fascinating. I'm going to position the Black Knight somewhere up over here. We might... I don't think we go for the Flashman here. I think that we do go for these turrets. And I'm going to work on this sniper turret for right now. Our fire support is working out over here, and for the moment, that's okay.
Locked and loaded. Here it comes.
So that's 80 damage into that sniper turret. We'll absolutely take that. And next up is our Grasshopper, whose job is currently... We can't climb up this. Gotcha. His job is currently to engage this Flashman. I had intended for him to climb up here. We could careful maneuver it. Or we could just say, you know what, I'm going to position here regardless, and we're going to fire on this Flashman. What are the odds that we miss an AC-20 on 80% hit odds twice in a row? Well, probably 100%.
Confirmed.
No, actually, we hit the Flashman there. Structure exposure, and that means that he is in extraordinarily significant danger from our Shadowhawk. Now, the crossbow is going to position up over here. I want to be working on one of these Calliopes. Which one is most likely to die here? The answer is this one. I don't think it's going to die to this salvo, but we're going to chunk it down a bit. Yeah. That looks good. We definitely want to get those out of there.
Good to go.
So our Trebuchet is going to advance forward as well. I'm going to position it about here. I'm a little concerned about this torso. That's on the left side, though, so it should be out over here. And let's eliminate this Calliope. Let's get it gone. Unfortunately, it's still alive. But we did a lot of damage to it. Okay. So that Flashman is advancing forward. Firing on our crossbow. I'm completely fine with that. Does he overheat and shut down from that?
Reporting major armor loss.
He's been pretty lucky on that, then. Okay. Calliope attacking the crossbow. I like it. That's a very good thing for us. And then the other Calliope attacks our centaur and fully misses. I like that, too. That sounds great. And then the sniper turret going for our Black Knight. Okay. Looks good. It does take down a building back behind us, but that's not very relevant, all things considered. So at this point, I'm wondering about attack angles on that Flashman. However, it is time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. And next episode, we're going to deal with these reinforcements, and we're going to finish off this base. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and a very special thank you to all of the channel members for making this video possible, including ALS Gamer, Shadow Wolf, Andy McGar, Upper Cumberland Gamers, Nick Smarty, Dimitri H, Punching the Microphone, Soccerman12 UK, Kentogan, and all the rest. And of course, you. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, you can click the join button down below the video, and as always, I will see you all next time.